Hi everybody, Professor Adam Duarte here with Coach Ashley, and today we are going to be going over the armbar from the guard. Okay, so let's get started. So here we are in the full guard. Uh, Again, like I've mentioned previously in other guard videos, we want to make sure that we have a nice high guard. We don't want our feet down by the butt. I want to make sure I have a nice high guard around the waist / lower back area. I want to make sure I keep my head off of the ground. Anytime I'm here with my head back down here, makes it very difficult. If I'm not looking at my opponent, then I don't know what I'm doing. I have to make sure that I'm looking at my opponent. Okay, so we're going to start this technique off by gripping at both wrists or both sleeves. Okay, personally, I prefer gripping the wrist. It gives me better control and it makes it very difficult for the person to pull away. Okay, so now that I have both wrists, I'm going to choose an arm that I want to do the arm bar on, right? So I'm going to pick this arm here, right? I'm going to let go of the other wrist and I'm going to lift my hips, popping them off the ground, go under the arm I'm not controlling, and I'm going to grab at the tricep, this spot right here behind the arm, okay? Now, once I have a hold of the tricep, I'm going to lift my hips up in the air and I'm going to bring their elbow right over my navel, okay? Right here on the belly button, and I'm going to control. Sometimes people will bring it up nice and high. I want to put it right by the navel, right? So that I don't get stacked and I don't have it too high up on me. So elbow right by the navel. Now I'm going to take my foot on the same side of the arm that I'm controlling. I'm going to place it on the hip and I'm going to start to pivot, right? And pivoting is not hip escaping. Pivoting is changing the angle of my body while keeping my hips in between the knees. And notice how my free leg slides up nice and high, clamping under the armpit, high up on the back. Okay, I'm going to take my free hand or my hand that's on the wrist. I'm going to push away at their face. And now I'm going to bring my leg that's on the hip over the head. And I'm going to clamp with the back of my thigh right on the neck. And my calf is right on the back of the neck. Okay, so side of the neck, back of the neck. And I'm going to suck my heels into me. Okay. Now that we're in our armbar position, I want to make sure of 3 basic things that I do. I want to bring my heels in, keep my knees pinched tight, and I want to make sure that their thumb is facing up. Now, slowly, I'm going to pull down towards my chest, right? As you can see, if I pull down slow, you see Coach Ashley tapping. If someone has maybe more of a flexible arm, I can lift my hips and pull it down, okay? And that will get us the arm bar that we want, right? So again, different angle, same arm. Right, again, nice high guard. Notice how my hips are attached to the body. Sometimes we think we can't reach, but it's because we're not right in the lap, right? So notice how here my hips are a little further away from her body and my feet are barely locking. I have to make sure to pull myself in as much as I can. My hips are going to be in between her knees, okay? So again, I'm going to control both wrists. I'm going to pick one wrist here. I'm going to let go of the wrist that I'm not going to control. I'm going to lift my hips up, go under the arm, reach across, and I'm going to grab at the tricep. Now, I'm going to place my foot on their hip. I'm going to place the foot that's on the side of the arm that I am controlling, on that hip, and I'm going to use it to push and pivot as I bring my leg up nice and high into the armpit. Okay? I'm going to take my hand that's on the wrist. I'm going to push away at the face, and I'm going to bring my leg all the way over, nice and high. Okay? And again, those 3 steps for finishing our armbar. Heels in, knees tight, and thumb here facing up. All right. If we get proper leverage on that arm, that tap should come pretty quickly as we have a good fulcrum there to finalize that break on the arm, right? All right, let's get one more in. We're going to do this at a slightly quicker speed so you guys can see, and we're going to get this from a front angle, guys. Back up a little bit. And just to be nice, we're going to do this on Coach Ashley's opposite arm. That way we're not just arm barring their same arm, right? So remember, when we're doing this with a partner, alternate on arms. That way you do not hurt your partner, right? So here we go. So I'm grabbing the wrist. I'm going to let go. I'm going to hip up, get my arm under, grab the tricep, hip up, elbow right by the navel. I'm going to place my foot on the hip, pivot nice and high into the armpit. I'm going to take my hand on the wrist, push away at the face, clamp down, heels in, knees tight, thumb up, and slowly pull towards my chest, using that fulcrum to create the braking motion in the arm. If you like this video, make sure to like it. Make sure to check out our other videos on our video library. You can find all that stuff, plus merch on aduartejujitsuonline.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.